Hey guys, this is Harsh from Coding and Decoding. And let me ask you a question. What if I told you to write a program without a semicolon? Not just an empty program, but it should print something on the standard output. You can of course use the built-in stuff. The first thing that would come to your mind is about Python. Because of course, we can use Python to write code without semicolon. But no, I'm not talking about Python. We'll do it in C. So guys, we use the printf statement in C to print something on the standard output. But the problem statement is to print something on the standard output without using semicolon. So if you want to think about it yourself, this is the time. Pause the video right now and think, how will you print something on the screen, the standard output, without using semicolon? If you do not want it, let's get straight into the code. First, let's import some standard libraries like the stdio, and then let's start out our main function. Now, as we already said, to print something, we use the printf function, and we would generally print something like this. Let's do a simple hello world printf, and now we save it and run it by using gcc. We get the following output: hello world. It is printed on the standard output. But the problem is we don't want this semicolon. We do not want it. So what do? We cannot use the user-defined functions, as in the user-defined functions there will be a semicolon when we use the printf statement. So we need to use something that does not have a semicolon. In C, there are a few things which do not require a semicolon, including the include statement which we use at the top, the decision-making statements like if-else, the while loop, etc. You get the point. So we need to make sure that we use one of these statements. Now, as some things are clear, we need to make use of any one of this. Okay, so of course you can write the printf in some other file and then include it in your main file, but then you're still using the semicolon. So let's think about the while loop. But before thinking about the while loop, let us learn something about the printf function. The printf function returns something, a value. It returns a number of characters printed on the standard output. So in this case, HELLO, comma, space WORLD \n will return 14 characters, as these are 14 characters, where \n is counted as one character. So if we take a variable, say a, and then store the value of printf in a, the value returned by printf in a, and then print the value of a, we will get 14 as an output. Let's see. As you can see, it returned hello world and 14. So the hello world was printed and another output was 14. But then we cannot declare a variable as it uses a semicolon. So we need to use the return value as an argument to something. So let's write while and pass printf as an argument to the while loop, and then some curly braces. So now the printf function will return a value, 14 in this case. The while loop will consider it as true and then execute the empty block. Let's try. As you can see, we have encountered an infinite loop. To solve this, there is a simple solution. Let's put a not in front of the printf statement. So what this will do is that the printf function will return 14, which is considered as true, and then a not will make it false. So the loop will run only once. Let's see. So hello world is printed, and thus we have completed the objective of writing the code without any semicolon. But there is another way with which you can do the same thing, and that is with the help of if statement. Let us replace the while with the if and run the code it still prints hello world on the standard output. It does the same thing as in the case of the while. It returns 14 if considers it as true and then executes the empty block. The same thing happens in the case of if. So there is also one more way with which you can do the same thing, and that is with the help of a switch statement. So let us put printf in the switch and then execute our code. As you can see, the switch statement helps us to complete our objective. The printf returns 14, an integer value. The switch considers 14 as a case and tries to find the case in between these empty braces. As it does not find any case, it will just move out of the switch statement and then out of the main. So there are three ways to obtain our objective. First is the while loop, second is the if statement, and third we can use the switch statement. We cannot use any other loop like for or do while, as they themselves have some semicolons, so we have to use the while loop. You can also do this by defining a macro like define print and then printf, and then use the print inside of the switch case if or while loop. But it does not make any sense, as we have to use if, while or switch, thus completing our objective of printing something on the standard output without using a semicolon. So that was it. This is how you print something on the standard output without using a semicolon. If you like this video, please click on the like button. Let's aim for 50 likes. If you loved it, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell so that you get notified when we post some more awesome and crazy cool videos about coding. Do share this video with your techie friends and challenge them to print something on the standard output without using semicolon in C. Thank you guys very much for watching. See you soon.